Hi, it's your girl Shirai. I bought a house in the middle of nowhere. I've never actually been to Oklahoma. Well, technically, I put my foot in the corner of the Tri-Point, the Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas Tri-Point area. Because I said I'm never ever coming back to, I'm never ever going to Oklahoma. So I'm just gonna mark it. I'm just gonna mark it off the map there. But lo and behold, here I am. About 2 years ago, I had it on my bucket list that I wanted to live somewhere else besides Florida. If you're not from Florida, Florida is extremely ghetto. And when I say ghetto, I mean traffic, humidity, too many people, traffic, heat. I'm from Tampa, so it's like a lot worse than other cities in Florida. I was also in search of affordability. I realized that I was spending a lot of money on rent and other expenses like gas. And I was also spending a lot of time to get to places. So I lived down in, on the outskirts of Tampa because that's what I can afford for my lifestyle. But I still had to commute 45 minutes to an hour to get to culture. Yeah, so my criteria for where I wanted to live was I needed somewhere that had cooler weather than Florida. I hate the heat. I operate a lot better in cold weather. I wanted to live in an area that was suburbs, but also had that access to diversity. And then I'm a big advocate for lower commute, low traffic, not a lot of people in places. I also needed to make sure that the city I settled in had access to an international airport because I do like to travel. And then I'm also big on nature and activities. The outside needed to be scenic. Yeah. I decided to purchase a home instead of rent in whatever random place I moved to because I just want to leave holes in my walls and not have, you know, my security deposit taken away from me. You know, if I punched a hole in my wall and left it there for 3 years, it's my home, it's my hole, you know, it's my equity going down, you know, it's mine. Also, I just so tired of moving. I've only done it, 3 times minus, you know, the 3 times in college, but I just find it not appealing at all. My home buying experience was pretty smooth. I started off with not knowing what the difference between a realtor and a lender was. I kind of just went on Instagram and searched hashtag Black Oklahoma Realtor. A lender popped up. He answered a lot of my questions and then he referred me to another woman that she ended up being my realtor, and I think they worked hand in hand. But he answered a lot of my questions, dumb and perplexed. My criteria for buying a home, it needed to be a house, like no condo. I needed to have a large studio room for photography whenever I want to do that. I needed a garage because sun. It'd be nice to have at least 2 toilets and more than 1,200 square feet, which is like, I was just listing off everything of my needs. Another need was it needed to have a dishwasher and then at least a washer dryer hookup, no stairs, and then a backyard for Miss Becky and for backyard activities. And then once was like a fireplace. I wanted to have a soaking tub. I didn't want any carpet in the house. Another one of my criteria for a home was to have a house with character. Coming from Florida, all of the houses look the same. They are all the same setup. They all just look the same. Like there's nothing unique about them. And it was really important to me just to have something interesting. Like this has a railing. Like you know, whatever. You'll see it in the tour. And, you know, it'd be nice to have like large windows, sun. So the house that I purchased, it didn't have a dishwasher. I went on Zillow and I looked up I saved a bunch of homes. The house that I'm in now, it doesn't have a dishwasher, and it was at the bottom of my list just because it didn't have a dishwasher. But then I came to my senses and realized that it was lower on my budget, and that allowed me a lot more wiggle room to spend on renovations to craft the home to my tastings, as well as have a comfortable budget to spend on other like savings and other, you know, whatever people spend their money on. So my realtor, she gave me a virtual tour via FaceTime, and she was very knowledgeable about old house. She explained a lot of the quirks. So I get tunnel vision. I had stared at these photos for maybe like 2 weeks prior to this FaceTime tour, and I was already visualizing what I wanted to do in the house, how I could utilize the space, renovations. So I was already set on buying this house, even if some really bad things came up. I didn't really care about the location or the neighborhood. I know I should, but I don't leave my house often. so if somebody gonna rob me, we are going to put up a fight. They're probably gonna win, but I don't have a lot of expensive things. After the FaceTime tour, we decided to put in an offer with earnest money for $10K below asking. And then the day after, offer accepted, we went under contract. I scheduled an inspection that came up that pretty much just said, your house is really old, you should, you know, take care of it, TLC or whatever. But it's livable. So about 3 weeks after I put in my offer, I was able to tour the home. They had finished up some electrical work, old house problems. They just fixed some of them that we had stated in our contract that they were going to fix. Once I was here, I was just like, I already knew what was about to go down. I took a bunch of photos, I took a video, you know, I brought my measuring tape because I wanted to get as much information so that the next month or two before I moved in, I could already be prepared. I requested to have an extended close, so we kind of closed, like this whole process kind of took, I don't know, 2 months-ish. I made sure that I got a bunch of quotes. So once I went into contract, I reached out to other lenders, asked them for quotes. I took one approval letter and brought it to another lender and said, what's the best you could do? I brought it to another lender. I took that letter, brought it back to the original lender, and I was able to do some negotiating there. This is all while rates were trending down, so I did get in at a good rate relative to the rest of the market, or, you know, if I bought later on. My entire home buying process was pretty chill. I think it was a lot easier to buy a home than it was to apply for college. But let's go on a tour. I'm gonna show you the before and between. And when I say that, I had already moved in all of my stuff. I didn't take a house tour video or a legit house tour video prior to. So we're just gonna avoid the mess. And then, you know, once I have an after, because I'm gonna be doing a lot of renovations, hopefully I can take you along on this journey, or not. We'll see. We'll see how far we get, and if I, you know, get defeated. But let's go on a tour. Okay, like I said before, I'm showing you the in-between before, so that when I show you the after, and I didn't do all the plans that I'm about to discuss with you that I said I was going to do, at least you could see a clean house. So let's get into it. Okay, like I said before, you know, don't mind the mess. You're my dog. Yeah. I'm gonna hire someone to redo the hardwood in here. I don't know what to do about that vent. I'm gonna figure out how I could just remove it because the furnace in there, allegedly it heated up the house somehow in the 1900s. Yeah, we're gonna figure out how to replace it, and if we can't, rug. The house has other cute little features. So this is where, you know, that really old telephone thing would go. How cute, right? How cute. Another cool feature is if I switch this, it's a giant fan for the house, so it like sucks up all of the air, you know, all the hot air. And yeah. Bedroom number 1. So my plan for this is to drench it in green and then remove these cabinets because I just want as much space as possible to just have my bed and only my bed in here. That's all. That's all I want is my bed. I'm afraid like I or my dog is just gonna get sucked up into this thing and I don't know. Like I feel like my dog's toes are gonna get stuck. Bedroom number 2. It's small, but it will be my office area. It even has a little bathroom. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, don't look at that. Don't look at that. I gotta figure out how to flush a toilet. Anywho, turn off that light because I'm paying for it. Turn off that light because I'm paying for it. So I put all of my clothes in this hallway here because I only want my bed in my bedroom. So there's quite a bit of storage. Bathroom full. I love that it has a window, right? Right? And then it has this like cute little thing here. I don't know what it is, so I just put toilet paper in there. I think it's a hamper, but like it keeps falling out, so, and it's heavy. I wouldn't want to drag that to the laundry room. But, and we're continuing. I guess the previous owners took some care with their chandeliers or whatever. I don't know. All right. Kitchen. Again, we're here for the vision and not the mess. Kitchen. Really cute, really cute, really cute, really cute. So, I already purchased cabinets off of Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to be installing them and then adding a dishwasher, a new sink, a microwave up here. I just have to figure out. Living room area. Again, we're here for the vision and not the current destination. And then this is the second living room where I will be housing my studio stuff, my studio equipment. Yeah. Get a corner shot. Yeah, this house is like really unique because all the other houses don't include this second living room. Then I have a nicely sized backyard. I need to cut the grass, but like it's like a meadow out here, so It's 10 times better than Florida. Yeah, so that was a tour. Like I said before, I'm gonna be doing a lot of renovations. Let's see if I will stay committed to these renovations or if I get tired out. I networked with some people and they loaned me a bunch of tools. So big ups to them because it'd be a lot more expensive without these tools. So I'm going to Home Depot. Catch you later.